Hello, Mary Meet. This is going to be a tarot reading for Chris. Now, Chris is a teacher in Greece, and he is that the right name to pronounce the country in English? Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Anyway, he asked about his career. I am going to be using a simple horseshoe spread and the cosmic tarot. So let's start. And you have to excuse that I can't show the layout because I can't find that thingy for my camera that allows me to film downwards. But yes, let me try to lay the cards here because I have more room. Okie Now, the first card is this. The Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords. And it is in the first position, which is the position of past event. And it really fit with your profession very well because the sword stands for intelligence, sharp-wittedness, and so on. And it says, and it can speak about your education. But at the same time, I get this feeling that you have some hangover from that education that is bothering you now. Now, this could be as simple as student debt. I'm not sure how that works in your nation or something like that. Or it could be some sort of personal problem or basically some problem in the past that had to do with your time as a student that is still bothering you today and is a problem for your career today. I'm not completely sure how this works, but basically I have a feeling that you have something tagging along from the past that it will be beneficial to deal with. And then we have the present. And here we have a major arcana card and we have the magician. And in this position it stands for, in this layout stands for basically the present. And again, it plays into your role as a teacher, as an educator, as an intellectual, because the magician is a very intellectual card. It really speaks of learning and so on, both on a material and a spiritual level. And this tells me that you love what you do very much. You really enjoy your work, and that there are outside things that are the problem, not the work itself. And that at the present, at least, things are relatively okay, but it's more a worry about the future and hangover from the past that is the issue. And then we come to the third card placement, and here we find the Three of Wands. Now this stands for your attitude about the current issue. And wands are very fiery, they're very masculine, they are very much dynamic. And I think that um, you are in a process of thinking anew. You know that to make the situation work, to continue doing what you love, you do need to change. You need to come up with a new plan, a new strategy as it is. And I think this stands for that. There is some new movement in your life, something new, something exciting, something moving. And as you can see here, the woman is sitting on the ground, but she's stretching for the sun. And she is still seated, but she's like starting to dance, like in belly dance, when you start from a sitting position and you begin to move. Yeah, and I think it's the same. I think that your life has been a bit static. It's been a bit the same old. And changes on a difficult economic situation has forced you to start to think anew and sort of kicked you a bit out of your comfort zone. So while it is a problematic thing, I think also that you can get a lot of positivity out of having to change. And that you are starting to realize that, and that is sort of your mindset right now. And then we have the fourth card, and this stands for basically uh, outside influences on the current situation, and here we have justice. And again, this basically just ties into what you told me, really, because I have a feeling that this is about the money situation, that things are sort of tight. It can mean a legal situation, that there is some sort of legal situation that you are. Then I'm not talking about a trial or something like that, but something to do with rent, with employment contracts, that sort of thing that might be a little bit up in the air. However, I think this card also has a positive message that while things might be a bit difficult right now, they will look up. So yeah, I think that there are a lot of these things that can seem very difficult right now, but they will get better. And in the fifth position, which stands for obstacles, basically what is an obstacle here? We have Eight of Pentacles. Now, 8 is a very negative number in numerology, but it is also a number of destiny. And Pentacles, again, Pentacle stands for Earth, it also stands for resources. So while this might not be particularly impressive considering what you told me, I do think that money is an issue. That basically have this feeling that you really do like your job, you like your situation, but money and basically the rat race is getting to you a bit. And so yeah, it seems to me that this is the biggest issue right now, the money issue. Also, have is a slight feeling because there's so many women in these various cards. There might be something about a woman, and I have a feeling that some of your issues tied into this woman. I'm not necessarily saying a love affair. It can be any woman in any situation. It can be all from a counselor to a colleague to your mother to anything, but that there is a woman that ties strongly into your worries and your questions right now. But yeah, money is your main issue, but I have a feeling a woman ties into it. And then basically we have a card that sort of um, have a general overlook of the situation. And here we find Two of Pentacles. Again, I get this feeling that money is a problem, that money is the issue, and that your mind currently revolves a lot around money, and that it sort of can become a dark cloud. That sort of when you have money issue, you start to think about it. No matter what you do, you're thinking about only that. And I think that, like I said, I do think the situation will get better. And I think that at sometimes, if I go and give some sort of advice, I would say you need to at times just ignore it. Just try to forget your problems for a few hours now and then to recharge. And then we have the seventh card position, which is about the outcome. And it is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this card very much stands for basically lending money for basically money in consorts with authorities. And I feel that perhaps that's a solution for your problems. This can mean basically some sort of authority will be involved in changing your situation. Now, this can either be that you take up a loan, refinance a loan, something like that that gets you out of an economical problem. But it can also mean a new employment. And I sort of feel that it might be towards that it's either that you will get that you need to talk with your boss about it. There can be a raise involved. There can be something like that involved. But I do feel the card is positive, and I do have a feeling that some sort of basically economical dealings with authority will solve at least some of your problems. Meaning that either if it's taking up a loan, it's changing jobs and getting a new job. That could be it. Or basically it can be that you get a new deal with the job you have. But basically I think you should and if I'm right here, this will probably speak more to you than I know, because you know your situation better. But basically, if you have some sort of question about whatever or not, you should talk with a bank about something, talk with your employer about something, talk with a new employer and trying to get a new job, basically talking with an authority about something that will change your financial situation. I think that you should, and I think that it will improve your situation. When I look at these cards, while I see some problems, they're also very light. And I do think that your situation will have a happy outcome. That your career will go well, even if it might be a bit in the slumps. I don't feel that it is a huge crisis, and I think that things will go well for you. Now, I see only two major arcana cards, which means I do not think there will be an enormous change right now. This isn't a moment of extreme change for you. I think that, but there are, like I said, two cards. Things will change. There will be things happening, and I think things will happen for the positive. But I don't think that it will be an enormous pang life-changing situation anytime soon. I think that you need to resolve whatever issue is with that woman, if I'm right about that. And I think that you should talk with your employer, your bank, something like that, about your economical situation and see if you can make an arrangement there. And in that case, I think that things will go better. And I think that your career might be in a slump, it might go slow for a while, but I do think that it will continue, that it will go well. So yeah, that is my reading. I hope that you're happy with it. Like I always say, I can't guarantee any correct answers. I can only interpret what I see in the cards, so take it for what it is. Thank you. Have a great day. Blessed be.